lot of Americans are broke and they can't buy food. And now the price of food is going to get even more expensive. Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, California declares emergency in state's most water-starved region. Now, if you took a look at the video that I put up the other day where about half of the United States is experiencing a mega drought, California is one of the places that is really in bad shape when it comes to droughts. And although most of the state, in my opinion, is in a drought scenario, they're declaring a couple of places within the state as being an emergency because they're in such a drought. Now, what is important about this? I don't live in California. Why am I concerned about this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at all of the food that comes out of California onto the United States as a whole. As you can see here, California grows 90% of all almonds in the world. And almonds, ladies and gentlemen, they take a lot of water to grow. Apples, they're the second largest exporter. Apricots, artichokes, they're 100% of the artichokes in the US. Avocados, broccoli, cantaloupes, carrots, dates, corn, celery, cauliflower, figs, garlic, grapes, kiwi fruit, lemons, lettuce, nectarines, olives, oranges, peaches, pistachios, plums, and I mean, you can see pomegranates, strawberries, tomatoes, walnuts, and it's a lot more than that, ladies and gentlemen. California also produces a lot of rice for the United States, and I do believe that they're a large producer of beef as well. Now, with these water restrictions and these droughts that's going on, if it gets worse, we're not going to be seeing as much of this produce as we normally see throughout the United States. And not only that, the price is going to get even worse than what it is now. If we think that prices are going up now, we keep adding these layers of things that's going on and adding them on top of each other. Prices are going to explode, ladies and gentlemen. It's very important that we prepare now. I'm going to go ahead and show you what's going on with water as far as how water is being traded in California. All right, so I put up a video, I believe it was sometime in December of last year, where I showed you that water was being traded in California at the price of 486.53 cents per cubic foot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and show you a chart of what it's being traded on as of yesterday. So like I said, I put up a video showing you that water was being traded at $486.53 sometime last year. Here it shows December 2nd. And now, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. We are at a total of water being traded at $831.97 as of April 21st, 2021. And if you see here, this is March 17th. So a little over a month ago, water was being traded at $529, which is not such a high disparity from the day that I put that video up that was being traded at $486.53. But just from March 17th to today, water is trading at about 60% plus than what it was being traded just a little over a month ago. What does that mean? That means that the price of all of these produces and the things that are exported from California in the means of produce and any types of food is going to get a lot more expensive for the people that buy those items, ladies and gentlemen. Not only are the people that live in California going to have the extra expense of paying more for their water and for their food, but we are as well. We will be paying more for those things that come out of California. And as you just saw, California provides a lot of the produce that we use here in the United States. Going back to this article, it says that California governor signed a proclamation Wednesday that declares a targeted drought emergency in Sonoma and Mendocino counties and the Russian River watershed to address the acute conditions in the region north of San Francisco. While the entire state has seen below normal rainfall, the governor said the order focuses on the region where the situation is most urgent. He said additional counties can be added as needed. And ladies and gentlemen, from looking at that map that I showed you all a couple of days ago, it seems that almost all of California is in a drought and that they should all be conserving. But the thing is how much more can they conserve? I know that they've been under water restrictions for a long time now, and now they're going to put even more restrictions on top of the restrictions that they were already living with. He says that they were taking a sequential approach based on actual conditions on the ground. while he was speaking from Lake Mendocino at a press briefing. He didn't specify how the order will affect residents in the two counties, but he said that there won't be any mandatory water use restrictions at this time. The proclamation directs that the State Water Resources Control Board, which oversee the allocation of the state's water resources to various entities, to consider modifying requirements for reservoir releases or diversion limitations to ensure adequate supply for critical purposes, according to a statement from the governor's office. The regional state of emergency also enables flexibilities in regulatory requirements and procurement processes to mitigate drought impacts. And it states here that California's major reservoirs are at half their total capacity as the state moves out of a second consecutive rainy season marked by dry conditions. So their rainy season, ladies and gentlemen, was dry. The 2021 winter was the third driest on record, according to the California Department of Water Resources. And they continue to say that Mother Nature was not kind to that area for 2 years in a row. They have a very low 2-year total in terms of precipitation to date. And Jones added that while many communities across the state are in a place where an emergency response is not needed, the Russian River watershed is made up of small fractured water systems and isolated from the state's larger water systems. Much of the area is a fractured groundwater source, she explained. It's not the Sacramento Valley where you have a large alluvial basin where you can store a lot of water. And they continue to say that with no additional rainfall, we anticipate the real possibility of not being able to release water from this reservoir from fall. And the governor's proclamation also includes executive actions to bolster the state's water resilience. He directed state agencies to partner with local water suppliers to promote conservation tips and messages. Now, ladies and gentlemen, especially those of you that live in California right now, what is the best method of keeping you from doing something or using something or buying something? It's the price. So if they're talking about maybe helping you choose wiser, get ready for extremely high water prices. And for the rest of the people in the United States that rely on produce that come from California, get ready for higher prices. I know this is the theme, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the theme in the Alaska Prepper channel for a while now. Why is that? It's because I just don't do a video because I want to do a video. I do a video because I want to inform you of what's going on. And the more that I say it, hopefully, the more of you that will look into it and realize that it is coming to fruition. These things that a lot of prepper channels have been talking for a while, higher food prices, scarcity in food because of nature, because of geopolitical issues, because of inflation going up and not allowing people to be able to buy food, not because there's a food shortage in the physical form, but because they are living through a food shortage due to economic uncertainties, because they're broke. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of Americans are broke and they can't buy food. And now the price of food is going to get even more expensive. And my message is this. If you can, stock it to the rafters. And if you can, do it now. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's just common sense. If you buy a can of beans today at $1, I guarantee you that in a year from now, it's going to be $1.25. Now, if you earn 25% interest on the money that you had in the bank, would you be happy? I would. That would be awesome. But that's just not the case. If you leave your money in the bank, it's going to lose purchasing power. Why not have a small savings account in the form of a pantry? Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in. I appreciate you spending a few minutes here today. Thank you very much to all of the new subscribers. Truly appreciate you joining our community. And do visit our live streams on Sundays at 12 noon. We always have a great time during our live streams, and it's a time that we can communicate with each other directly on a live basis. So do join our live streams Sunday, 12 noon Alaska time, 4 p.m. Eastern time every Sunday. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place. And you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I am out.